Pakistan desires normalization with India based on principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality, but more importantly, dignity and honor. We believe that a third party is essential to any possible mechanism of dispute resolution between India and Pakistan.
Sahil Shamshad Mirza, chairman of Pakistan's Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, has just praised India for its rise as a global superpower.
Pakistan prefers dialogue over disengagement, peace over conflict, and civility over jingoism, and stands ready to engage with India to find a peaceful and a negotiated solutions to all disputes, including Kashmir. Pakistan desires normalization with India based on principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality.
From your smartphones to your smart televisions, the trending stories are always breaking the internet. And tonight, we start with the story of a first and what could be a last. We're talking about Virat Kohli's consecutive ducks for the first time in his career. This time it happened in Adelaide, and the speculations of what could have been his last match in Australia. Yes, there are rumours of his retirement, speculations around the way he walked off, the standing ovation he got. And there are reports emerging of Netflix buying Warner Brothers. Experts weigh in on the merits of this. Now, we also have this and a lot more lined up for you in this edition. I'm Rakshita and this is Trending. Now, the Adelaide Oval witnessed a jaw-dropping moment in the ongoing India versus Australia 3-match ODI series as Virat Kohli fell for a duck yet again. And this shocker came during India's chase in the second ODI, where Australian debutant Xavier Bartlett produced a classic dismissal, trapping Kohli plumb LBW. Following this second successive duck in the series, the Indian star batter was seen raising his hands, waving goodbye to the pavilion amidst a standing ovation from the stadium. The walk off the stadium has left fans worried as they speculate about his future in the sport. So, on his return to international cricket after over 7 months, the Indian cricketer was out on an 8-ball duck in the first ODI against Australia at Perth. He was dismissed for a 4-ball duck today by pacer Xavier Bartlett very, very soon. And this is the first time Virat Kohli has been out for back-to-back ducks in the long and illustrious ODI career so far. And Virat Kohli, remember, walked off the field post his dismissal to the audience erupting in applause, and the stadium also gave him a standing ovation. And the way he gestured back, the way he rose his, he was raising his gloves, kept his head down, and made his way out of the ground to the pavilion. It somewhere has fueled the retirement rumours, attributing to the disappointment on return to ODI and not going the way he had hoped for and expected. It left onlookers and fans worried as this fueled the retirement speculations. And on your screens are how fans are in a frenzy over the rumour mill suggesting his retirement, as the ace cricketer now only plays this format. And there is a big speculation that Netflix may bid for Warner Brothers Discovery assets, though Netflix executives have downplayed the likelihood, stating that they are not interested in owning legacy media networks and prefer a build, don't buy approach. Now, this comes after Warner Brothers announced it is open to a sale, Warner Brothers Discovery, attracting interest from other parties like Comcast and Paramount Skydance. Let's take a look at how social media is now reacting to this. The internet has taken to this rumour in no positive way, as netizens accuse the potential takeover to be the death of creativity and a monopolization of the media. The internet's afloat with the meme fest this news has sparked. And Warner Brothers Discovery, the parent company of CNN and HBO Max, is considering this sale amid unsolicited interest in the company, marking the latest shake-up across the United States legacy media viewers. The New York City-based media conglomerate announced the possible sale on Tuesday, and several major media giants like Netflix, like Paramount, Comcast, they've all reportedly expressed interest. But this is a move that could see a huge restructuring in an industry that has seen ripples of changes since Donald Trump took office. And the company's shares jumped roughly 11% after the announcement of a possible sale. In fact, the rumor mill can also take a breather because, at least for now, Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos has made it clear that the streaming giant is not really looking to make a play for Warner Brothers Discovery anytime soon. While he did not mention WBD by name, Sarandos told analysts after Netflix's third quarter earnings released that the company has, and I quote, no interest in owning legacy media networks. He also emphasized that Netflix remains focused on organic growth over big acquisitions. Now, his comments seem to have calmed the nerves across Hollywood, which has been bracing for yet another wave of major media mergers and shake-ups. Meanwhile, the speculations on the internet aside, this sale is one of the most eminent media sales in Hollywood and is reported to have a major impact on the industry because media analysts are on the lookout for updates. They attempt to predict the plausible outcomes. Forbes, amongst other prominent media reports, allege Netflix's potential bid as the most seemingly feasible one via partial asset purchases or behavioral remedies. Paramount and Comcast bids are reportedly highly improbable due to extreme market concentration and vertical integration risks. Other reports like The Journal also see other potential bidders, throwing Amazon and Apple into the mix. There's a lot more that is trending on the internet. It's time to take a quick look at the trends running hot. An AI-generated video of $100 million Louvre robbery has taken over social media, and users cannot stop calling it a Doom 2-style heist. Now, the clip digitally reenacts last week's dramatic daylight robbery inside Paris's Louvre Museum, where thieves stormed the Apollo room home to royal jewels and vanished within minutes. The AI recreation, complete with chase sequences and slick editing, is being hailed as better than a movie trailer.
One crown recovered.
7 minutes is all it took to rob the world's most famous museum.
8 jewels. One crown recovered. 1.
7 minutes.
Now, Bengaluru residents are turning the civic frustrations into sharp satire, as a few netizens labelled critics of the city's potholes and garbage woes as outsiders or Delhi agents. And locals are hitting back with humour, saying only the potholes are 100% local. Now, the line quickly went viral, sparking a wave of witty posts mocking the state of Bengaluru's roads. And amid the laughter, the government has promised real action. Former UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is making headlines not for politics this time, but for his growing list of jobs. Now, Sunak, who's also the son-in-law of Infosys co-founder Narayan Murthy, the man who famously endorsed the 70-hour work week, has sparked a meme fest now, after adding yet another title to his resume. Now, Rishi Sunak's now a columnist for the Sunday Times, in addition to advisory roles at Goldman Sachs, Microsoft and AI firm Anthropic. And netizens could not resist linking it to his father-in-law's philosophy. Ram Charan and his wife Upasna Kamineni are expecting their second child, and the announcement comes wrapped in Diwali sparkle. In a heartfelt Instagram video, guests seen arriving with gifts and blessings, as the caption wrote, read as the Diwali was all about double the celebration, double the love, and double the blessings. Now, the clip ended with two simple words: new beginnings. And product AI units. In an internal memo, Meta's chief AI officer called the layoffs part of a structural reshuffle. A horrific truck crash in California has reignited debate over illegal immigration and truck safety. Now, authorities have arrested 21-year-old Indian origin driver Jashanpreet Singh for vehicular manslaughter and DUI after a collision killed 3 and injured 4. The case follows a similar incident in Florida involving an undocumented Indian trucker, prompting Washington to tighten visa screening and background checks for foreign drivers. The infamous red-haired Russian spy Anna Chapman has reportedly been assigned a new mission to head the newly established Museum of Russian Intelligence. 43-year-old former British citizen was arrested by the Federal Bureau of Investigation in New York in 2010, but deported to Moscow later in a high-profile spy swap. Reportedly, she has now been appointed to head the new project, which is registered near Gorky Park in Moscow and linked to Russian President Vladimir Putin's top secret service, the SVR. The official anthem for the FIDE World Cup 2025 is titled as It's Your Move and was released on the 21st of October in Goa by Chief Minister Pramod Sawant. It is sung by popular Indian artist Daler Mehendi, and the anthem features top Indian chess grandmasters like Gukesh, Arjun Erigasi, Konero Hampe, Tanya Sachdev and Vidit Gujarati, celebrating the spirit of chess and the vibrant culture of Goa. World Cup returns to India after 23 years and is going to take place in North Goa from the 31st of October to the 27th of November, with 206 players from 82 countries competing for a $2 million prize fund. And now, mosquitoes have been found in Iceland for the very first time after the country experienced record-breaking heat this spring. Insect enthusiast Bjorn Hjaltason encountered the mosquitoes over several nights last week while using wine-soaked ropes to observe moths. Iceland was one of only 2 mosquito-free havens in the world prior to the discovery, partly due to its cold climate. And in a remarkable medical breakthrough, viewers, a 64-year-old Parkinson's patient, Denise Bacon, was seen playing the clarinet during her deep brain stimulation surgery at King's College Hospital in United Kingdom. The live performance helped surgeons monitor the real-time improvements in her movement, allowing her to play smoothly again after 5 years. Doctors say the procedure offers long-term relief from symptoms, giving Denise a future once more. King Charles has made history by becoming the first head of the Church of England to pray publicly with the Pope. Now, the meeting with Pope Leo at the Vatican comes nearly 500 years after England split from Rome, a moment rich in symbolism. And it marks Pope Leo's first meeting with the British monarch since his election 5 months ago. And he's also the first American pontiff in history. Tragic news coming from Venezuela. A Piper PA-31T Cheyenne aircraft crashed shortly after takeoff from Paramilo Airport in San Cristobal, killing both people on board. The plane, registered as YV1443, was taking off from runway 20 when it suddenly lost control and crashed, bursting into flames. Now, eyewitnesses described the horrific scene, saying the plane tilted sharply to one side and plummeted to the ground, exploding into a massive fireball. Emergency services, including the firefighters and police, rushed to the scene, but unfortunately, both the victims, identified as Tony Borton and Juan Maldonado, were pronounced dead at the scene.
Nos quiere impresionar, nos quiere impresionar.
Ya lo antes de tiempo.
Nos quiere impresionar, nos quiere impresionar.
Now, a Sri Lankan opposition politician was shot dead in his office on Wednesday. Police said the latest in a wave of assassinations and the first to target a political figure. 38-year-old Lasantha Vikramasekara, the council chairperson of the coastal city of Veligama, was meeting with constituents when a gunman burst in and fired multiple times with a revolver. No one else was wounded. The gunman fled the scene. The police says that the manhunt to apprehend the accused is underway and is further investigations to ascertain the motive of the murder. And this attack comes amidst a surge of violent crimes in Sri Lanka this year, much of which is linked to drug gangs and organized crime. Take a look at the moment right after the show. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has rolled out proposed amendments to India's IT rules 2021, this time taking aim at the growing menace of AI-generated deepfakes and synthetic content. Now, the draft notification looks to make sure users can easily tell what is real, what's been artificially created, while also tightening the screws on social media platforms to take greater responsibility for the content that circulates on their sites. And now, there are certain key amendments that have been proposed. First up, mandatory labeling. The AI developers and social media platforms would need to clearly mark any synthetically generated information, ensuring users can tell when content is not real. Next, label visibility. For visuals, the label must cover at least 10% of the display, while for audio content, it should be announced within the first 10% of playback. Moving forward is how it's mutable metadata. These labels are not meant to disappear. They must be permanent and non-removable and embedded within the content's metadata. There's also social media accountability factor, meaning large social media platforms, those with over 5 million users, would face extra due diligence requirements, including asking users to declare if the content they upload is AI generated and also deploying technical tools to verify those declarations. And of course, combating deepfakes, a move largely driven by growing concerns over deepfakes, misinformation, and online impersonation fueled by generative AI tools. And amid renewed optimism over an India-US trade deal, Indian benchmark indices opened higher today, with Nifty rising 0.73%, ringing above 26,000 for the first time since September 30th and 2024, and BSE Sensex hitting 85,173.40 higher, that is 0.44%. That's close to 348 shares advanced, 144 shares declined, and 58 shares remaining unchanged. The top Nifty 50 gainers in today's trading session are Tech Mahindra, Titan Company, Shriram Finance, TCS, Tata Steel, while the Nifty 50 top losers, Max Healthcare, Maruti Suzuki, and Apollo Hospitals. The Indian benchmark indices, viewers, Sensex Nifty erased most gains to end nearly 0.15% higher in trade today, thus extending the bull run for the Dalal trade to the 6th day in a row. And during intraday deals, Sensex hit the day's high of 85,290.06, gaining 864 points or 1.02% over its last close. However, by end of trade, the index had erased most losses amid profit taking at higher levels and ended just 130.06 points, or that is 0.15% higher at 84,556.40. Pranav is joining us live on the broadcast. For Pranav, well, there was Diwali bonanza and we saw the market soaring and there was a sudden dip. Explain to our viewers what really has happened and what can be expected for tomorrow.
Well, market has been on a rise for the past about 6 days. In fact, this is thanks to the renewed optimism on the US-India trade deal. because of which the foreign institutional investors have been back on the street. In fact, yesterday FIIs bought shares worth, equities worth 97 crore, and that is one of the reasons why the markets have been rising. Even today, the market opened gap up and crossed 26,000, which is a crucial level for Nifty. It is coming back to this level almost after a year. It was at this level in October 2024. So now, after opening at 26,000 plus, the market fell primarily because of profit booking. So that is people or investors who have bought shares or bought equities have now booked profits and exited those equities, and that is why the market fell today. There is, however, still optimism, and the bullish trend still continues on the street.
All right, Pranav, what do we really expect for tomorrow? What impact could it really have now?
We are now looking at the trade deal. That's primarily the hopes are hinged completely on the US-India trade deal, and that is what the market is waiting for. The earnings season has been fantastic. The GST reforms and the tax reforms that were rolled out earlier have further created liquidity and consumption boost, because of which the markets are buoyed. What we need to now look for is the next levels. In fact, the last time Nifty touched made an all-time high was 26,277, and it's just about a few hundred points away from that. So the market is waiting, investors are waiting and now hoping that Nifty will touch and make a new high. Nifty and Sensex both will touch and make a new high before the year end.
All right, thanks so much, Pranav, for joining us with those details coming in from the markets and what we're ready to expect. It was Pranav from the business desk. We were now shifting our focus to the other trending stories that we're tracking for you. All right, viewers, now there are voices that rise above argument, voices that define eras, shape thought and uphold the idea of justice. And we have, very few have done that with the grace and authority like that of Padma Bhushan Harish Salve. On the next episode of Legends, we revisit his extraordinary journey from the courtrooms that made history to the causes that defined a generation. A story of brilliance, belief, and the unyielding spirit of justice. Legends featuring Harish Salve, a voice of justice, live and exclusive this weekend on the Republic Media Network campus.
अवार्ड लेना छोड़ दिया क्योंकि हम और दीदी हम दोनों को अवार्ड मिलते थे, सबको मिलना चाहिए ना।
We eat music, we breathe music. Music is our life.
The leader may agree or disagree, but the ability to listen to a contrarian point of view is crucial for leadership.
Sometimes winning is not about talent. It is about औकात दिखाने का है।
औकात दिखाने
और क्या?
I feel like a soaring bird.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy.
every day.
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल और जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
Pakistan desires normalization with India based on principles of peaceful coexistence, sovereign equality, but more importantly, dignity and honor. We believe that a third party is essential to any possible mechanism of dispute resolution between India and Pakistan.
Sahil Shamshad Mirza, chairman of Pakistan's Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, has just praised India for its rise as a global superpower.
Pakistan prefers dialogue over disengagement, peace over conflict, and civility over jingoism, and stands ready to engage with India to find.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा मसाला।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल और जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
भारत की अपनी दुकान इंडिया सोना,
अपने देश का सामान
इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना,
इंडिया सोना।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरी डे।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी